Well, welcome replay viewers, and good evening everybody. And this will be a short update of our purple martin colony here on the evening of July 28th. Hi, welcome, thank you for joining. The local time right now is about 8:05 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We're about 60 miles, 100 kilometers east of New York City. And these are our purple martin colonies, and what's happening now is the birds are returning to the houses for the evening to roost, settle down and roost for the evening. But there are many new martins, birds that were born this year, and they're now making their first flights. So they'll still be with us for a few more weeks. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, we have about, in round numbers, about 150 baby purple martins this year. North America's largest swallow. And they're flying around during the day with their parent birds, getting ready for their migration back to South America here. They'll be leaving within a few weeks for that two and a half month journey back to mainly Brazil, but other areas are in the temperate zones of South America. So this is about the peak of the purple martin season here at our location in North America, in New York. And unfortunately, after a few more weeks, this will all be quiet here until next April, when the birds return again from South America for breeding purposes in North America. So let me zoom in a little bit, and I'll try to hold my iPhone as steady as I can. This is a combination of mature purple martins, males and females, most of whom were the parent birds this year, and also quite a few of the new baby birds that were born here this summer and have now made their first flights within the last few days. Let me swing over to this house. I'll zoom in a little more. So they're coming back. It's a few minutes from sundown here, sunset. But with the overcast sky tonight, the darkness will set in a little earlier. So they're ready to go inside the houses here for the night. And they'll all squeeze in. They'll get, 8, 10, 12 birds per house cavity here for the evening. Of course, the others, they're still flying around, catching insects on the fly, having a late Friday evening meal. That's how they feed. They're aerial insectivores. And if I look over on the other side of the yard, the other two colonies, they're pretty busy over there too. But the house I'm looking at right now is quite a bit of activity. So let me zoom out and take a slow walk over to that side of the yard so we don't bounce the camera too much, the iPhone. One of these days I'm going to treat myself to a gimbal so that we can walk with the iPhone mounted in the gimbal, and we will do away with all of the bouncing and everything that I see from here. You know, I'm holding my iPhone in the sideways position for best landscape or panorama view. All right, let me zoom in on this house. See, they're on the perches. They're on the shelves or the porches of the openings to the housing. This complex you see here, there's 10 wooden house compartments and 4 plastic gourds. It's for a total of 14 nesting compartments for the season. Each house has the same. But this is quite a crew here. This is parent birds, baby birds, the resident bachelor birds who also inhabit the colony. In other words, the mature birds that did not mate this year. But they play a significant role also. The role of the bachelor bird is to try to chase away the baby birds from their natal site so that they don't bond with the housing site that they were born in. And this is how you disperse the flock, drive them off into other locations around here. Maintains the health of the colony, and it also disperses the birds for the following year for better survival rate. There's a little bit of action going on over here. Let me pan back here, but this house is the busy house. And I'll just slowly pan around to these other houses. And they will keep flying as long as there is semblances of daylight where they can go and fly and catch insects in the air. So this activity will go on for about another 20 minutes or so this evening before it gets so dark that they call it nighttime for themselves, and they'll go to sleep inside the houses. We listen to the sounds. Again, North America's largest swallow, purple martins, aerial insectivores, eating insects on the wing. And they're doing a good job of it tonight because I'm standing down here now and I really don't feel the effects of any bugs or mosquitoes or things of that nature. Let me walk over here. We'll zoom in just one more time. See the action going on here. All right, let me try to hold this as steady as possible on that house and the adjacent house. Okay, good people. That's our purple martin update for the evening of Friday, July 28th, here on Eastern Long Island, New York. And thank you very much for joining me. And we'll be back on the air again soon with additional broadcasts. So take care, folks.